Hi there, beautiful souls. Greta Robertson here. I'm the Purple House lady. Sometimes people call me like that. And I'm a wellness coach and also a success coach. And tonight I want to explain a little bit about the workings of your subconscious mind, because that's what I specialize in. I specialize in helping my clients have clarity around their blockages, and so they can have more success in money, or multiply their money, or have an easier life and remove pain from their body and have better, easier, more loving connections and relationships with their loved ones. And tonight I want to talk to you a little bit more about the unconscious mind, because this is not nobody teaches you about this, right? It's not a subject that's taught at school, not at primary school or high school, or even in medicine. And yet the subconscious mind is the part of your mind. So like when you think of your brain or your mind, it's the part of your mind that controls all your body actions. It is in charge of your heart and your breathing and your emotions and everything. It's like this phenomenal powerhouse that can either work with you and get behind all your goals, or it's going to stop it from happening. So the conscious mind is actually only less than 5% of us. On a good day, it's 5%, right? So the conscious mind is you listening to me partly with your conscious mind, you're seeing me, I'm talking to you, I'm using my conscious mind, but I'm still only using 5% of my being, even right now, in a good moment. However, when we get stressed, our conscious mind, shrinks to maybe 1%, and we mostly run on our unconscious. So, does this matter? Yes, it does matter, because if life was just up to our conscious mind, we would all be wealthy, we'd all have money in the bank, we'd all be slim and sexy and happy and live in a nice house and a nice car, because you could just say, I want this, I want to make sure that I earn $500,000 this year. And if it's just up to the conscious mind and you could do it, you could just work a bit harder, and you would be able to achieve it, right? Or you could say, I'm losing 10 kilos between now and Christmas. And if it was just up to your conscious mind, which is the goal, you would get those results. But that's not how it works. And so I want to unpack this a little bit and help you to make sure that you get an idea where you get stuck and how you could change that. And we'll do that very quickly. So this is just a little short recap. So here I have my trusty board, and you've probably seen this picture before. Let's see if you, so let's say this is the sea, right? So the sea with waves and stuff like that. And here is the iceberg, right? And this is a picture symbolic of you, right? So this is the iceberg. So this is the unconscious mind. And you can see how this is your whole life pretty much, right? This is 95% of your horsepower. And this is the conscious mind. And this is on a nice sunny day, right? So here's the sun smiling and the birds are happy, and the bees and all the rest. So here you have 5%, right? Can you see that? Sorry, it's a little bit scribbly. And this is your conscious mind, right? Get it? Okay, sorry. I hope you get the picture, right? So our free will, you could say free will, oopsie, now I'm having trouble, is only that little part, right? And this is where things go wrong, because you can say, okay, by the end of next year I want to look super sexy, slim, lose 10 kilos and be super fit. But it actually requires that you go to the gym and change your habits a little bit. And our subconscious mind doesn't like changing habits, and it doesn't like going to the gym, or you have all these programs that are against you, that are in the subconscious, which literally means you are not aware of it. It's underneath your awareness. And there is a really, really good saying. It's a very well-known saying, a famous saying actually, about Carl Jung. And he said, until the unconscious becomes conscious, it will continue to dictate our lives, and we will call it fate. So people think fate is dealing them a bad hand, like fate caused me to be hit by a truck and nearly kill me, fate took my wife from me, fate made my partner leave me, it's my fate to get cancer, da. Well, that's actually not true, because even scientists, by the way, know that genes only dictate 1% of your health, but that's a different story. But what dictates your entire life is your subconscious mind, and that's below the level of our awareness. And so we have to, if we want to reach a goal, and we want to change our fate, like have a different life and become more conscious, we have to literally start to interact with our subconscious mind. And I help my clients I help them to get in touch with their subconscious mind, and I do that very quickly when we get together in a private session or during my programs. I help people create awareness into what goes on below the surface for them, right? Because not many people know how to do that, because again, we weren't taught how to do that. So one really good way to get in touch with your subconscious mind now is for people to start journaling. So you could start journaling, which is just automatic writing. So you just write in a book without any, any judgment, nothing. You just allow your hand to write, and you write for like 6 or 7 pages. That's called automatic writing. And after you do that for several days or a week, your body starts to find its voice, literally, and it starts to speak to your conscious mind. So that's good. So now you've created a connection. That's something you can do for yourself. When I work with clients, I can see where their energy is blocked. And an energy block always means, here is a block in the subconscious mind. Then I get really curious. I think, well, what's all that about? How's that affecting my client? Where's this showing up in their life? And then I can clear that block with energy, and also make sure that my client doesn't recreate that blockage again. So until the unconscious becomes conscious, it will dictate our lives, it will run our life, literally will run like a computer runs its programs, and we believe it's fate, but it's our ignorance, right, that thinks it's fate. So when I got hit by a truck, I was 43, sorry, so that's a little while ago now. I realized immediately, this is my doing, right? Or at least I'm a co-creator in it. So I didn't go and blame the truck driver, and which was just as well, otherwise I wouldn't have recovered probably. And this is what people do, they start to blame the outside world for things that are not working, and they haven't been taught that actually it's coming from deep hidden inside our tissues, right, inside the subconscious mind, that sends out a signal to the universe, and the universe meets that signal and sends us a circumstance or a challenge, or, you know, like I'm talking about challenges here because that's something that we need to overcome. And the good things and the blessings, they can of course flow into your life, so we don't need to address them. So a challenge comes along, or let's say you're always just making the same amount of money, and it doesn't matter how hard you work, it's just not multiplying, you're sitting at a certain level. Well, I'm here to tell you that that amount of money in your bank is dictated by your subconscious mind, right? And your subconscious mind, here's the key, it's run completely on the way your memories are stored, and these are the memories from conception up until 7 or 8. And after that, it's pretty much just a repeat of the same things over and over again. So you could say your fate, if let's just call it fate, is locked in or created by what happened to you between conception and age 8, and how those memories are stored. So, and your unconscious mind doesn't store things neatly in a nice little one line. That's more the conscious mind. No, it has like a little division here or there. It's like it's got filing cabinets, you know, everywhere. And your especially if there's been abuse and shock, the storage system is very, very chaotic a lot of the time. And so that creates chaos and complications in your life today. So things are not going smooth, right? So, but the good thing is people like Pete and I can help you, right? That's what we specialize in. And you could call me maybe an unconscious mind sabotage healer or something like that. Because your unconscious mind loves you and it doesn't hate you, like it loves you and it wants to do the best for you, but it's just operating on those imprints that were created when you were a little child. And what did a little child? Couldn't help it because it was all put in there by mommy and daddy or your primary caregiver, and how they looked at life, and maybe church, your community, all that was put into your body, into your nervous system without your consent, because you didn't have a filter. And that's how it's now the bulk of your subconscious mind. And so the key is awareness, and you can bring awareness to the subconscious mind by listening to your body. So I do a lot of videos about getting you to get in touch with your body, tune into your body, because your subconscious mind is literally in your body, right? So let's say if you have a pain in the shoulder, your subconscious wants to let you know something. So if there was an easier way, your body would do it, right? It would write a message for you in the cloud or something saying, Greta, today is whatever, and I need a bit of extra TLC, you know, it would write a message for you in the clouds, but the body can't do that. So it's talking often through aches and pains and illnesses as well. So an illness is always in perfect harmony with your body, with your state of being. And so an illness needs to be unpacked, like whether it's cancer or arthritis or pneumonia, it doesn't matter. We need to find the root cause, or we need to unpack it and decode your unconscious mind. So that's what I do. So if you don't believe me about that, we basically, our whole life is run on autopilot, right? Because the subconscious mind finds its groove. It's copied your mom and dad, your mom and dad copied their parents, and this has been going on for eons. And it's often not the best way to have success or to have money and to have love, right? So we block our own happiness. The reasons are all inside of us, and so we have to get a fresh look at it, and that's why you need to come to like a really, really experienced healer or a self-sabotage coach. And that's what I feel absolutely passionate about, because I have suffered so much from my own programming that was put into me, right? And so I also love to help people with money, because money creates, that's another big stress in people's life. If your money isn't flowing, you have a lot of stress in your life, and it upsets the relationship, it makes it hard for the children. And as soon as money starts to flow, often the body, your health up levels, and your relationships go better. So it's really, really important that your money is healthy as well, that you have health and wealth. So today I thought I would discuss like 4 abundance blockers with you, 4 money blockers that are very, very common, but I mean there are absolutely hundreds of them. And so they're also hidden in our subconscious mind. So our subconscious is run on belief systems as well, and we call that limiting beliefs that you've picked up somewhere from the past. So a good one, so one, let me just start with number 1. Lots of people have this belief like, okay, well, results are not happening to me. They're happening to other people, but not to me, and it will never work for me, right? That's one that I hear a lot. Or And maybe you can relate to that. So if you relate to that, that's something that needs to be changed, needs to be healed. You can heal it with energy or with mindset, or you can come to me for a session. But I just want you to know that results don't happen to you, they happen with you, right? They happen with you because you are the creator, or you can at least say you're the co-creator. So your predominant feelings and thoughts send out a frequency to the universe, and that frequency is matched by the universe, and then the results are in your bank account. That's how it works. So change the inside, you change the outside. And a lot of people are stuck in fear, especially today, stuck in fear, have a lot of shame in their body or guilt. These are all like very low frequencies, and this is nothing to do with blaming, by the way. This is just helping you to be aware of what could be hidden in your body. So that frequency is very, very low, something like 40 hertz. And for people to make good money and consistently good money, they need to sit at a frequency more of 400 or 500. That's when money starts to become consistent. That's 400 or 500 hertz. And I think the emotion of willingness or hopefulness, catch you over that hurdle. So it's learning how to realize that, oh, I have some old shame or guilt in my body. And the trick is that you just notice it. Okay, so humans, we're able to notice stuff. So don't be an autopilot. Shine a bit of torchlight on it. And then the next step is you see yourself noticing that you're noticing this in your body. So it's another step back, and now you are connecting to the witness. It's called the witness. Some of you might already have experienced getting in tune with the witness. So the witness is the part of you, the part of your mind that is kind of, what's the word? It doesn't get involved, and it notices how you notice everything. So let's say if you have a lot of shame in your body, if you've suffered abuse, or you've been shamed a lot, you can notice the shame, and then you notice yourself noticing the shame, and just that double level of awareness creates a lot of space in your body. And once space opens, now you can bring in some hopefulness, right? So you immediately jump from 40 hertz to like 400, and you can say to yourself then, I'm open to beautiful gifts, or I'm open to receiving gifts. And that is immediately gives you an uplift. And thankfully in our universe, the positive frequency is very, very more powerful than the negative frequency. So you don't need to worry that you have to do that all day long. But initially, that's just a catch, like a little tool that I want to help you with. And so just remember that humans have the ability to notice what they notice. Apparently, I don't think animals do that, but we can. So this is just what maybe animals do that as well. So the second one that blocks us from multiplying our money is unworthiness. So unworthiness means I'm not deserving. And this is, of course, passed down for many, many generations because humanity has been enslaved in the past. And so catch yourself doing that unworthiness thing and just change it around and say to yourself, I am now willing to be worthy of riches. And just push the boundaries a bit and use that word rich instead of money. Okay, so if you catch yourself having an undeserving program running, that needs to change, otherwise you're never going to get the results that you want. So, and then the third one that's really, really common as well, this is a limiting belief that people think, well, if I have an extra $500, I'm stealing that from my neighbor, basically. Like, where's that money coming from? Right? So, but I want you to straight away to put that limiting belief to rest, because there is so much money on our planet. On planet Earth is so rich and abundant that if all the money and all the gold, all the precious metals were shared out equally, every single person would have $10 million. So till you have $10 million, this is certainly not the case. You can earn more money than you've ever done. You're not stealing it from anyone. And by the way, it's your birthright to create as well, not to compare. So this is, you just need to have like tunnel vision. This is about me, and it's my birthright to be rich, because that's actually true. Because we're living in a universe of incredible abundance, and if you're not experiencing abundance, not as much as you'd like, if you're experiencing scarcity, it means you're out of alignment with the universe. And again, I'm just going to say, come in for a session with me and we can look at it. I can already tell straight away where those blockages are, if it's coming from your ancestors, which ancestors it's coming from, or which point in your childhood, because that's what I specialize in. And I just ask your body will tell me. So the good news is it can all be changed, and you don't need to wait for like 40 or 50 years or many lifetimes, because we can compact that learning into one session. And so there was another one. Let me just have a look, because I want to not go too far off points. Point number 4. Oh yeah, this is a big one. How can I forget? People think that if you want money, that's not spiritual, right? And people think, imagine if I have lots of money, I get rich, I might turn out to be unspiritual or selfish or greedy, and so all these shadows start to come out, right? And recently I even discovered that I had one of those myself. So I was meditating, and I was also thinking about money and some projects and so on. And then suddenly I had this mental image, like a limiting belief came into my awareness from the unconscious mind. Thank goodness. It's always good when it happens. So I had a little breakthrough. And do you know what it was? My limiting belief was I can't have Jesus. So I grew up very, very strict. In a very strict religious sect, right? Even though that I've left it now, of course, all that programming is in my subconscious mind, and I still believe in the Christ consciousness. And so my belief was, I can't be with Jesus and have gold or whatever, have a pile of gold. Like, I had to choose either or, and of course I would go with Jesus. So I had to, lucky it came to my awareness when I was meditating, and so I immediately integrated the tool, and it was healed in my body. So this is how we clear our subconscious blockages, and we all have them. Even the smartest people in the world who say, I'm in charge of my life, and I know what I'm doing. No, they're not. They're not in charge of their life either, because it's the subconscious mind that's in charge of us. And the subconscious mind will always remain a bit of a mysterious force, like a powerhouse. Like, even with all the work I've done, and I meditate every day, I work with clients, I've dedicated my life to the mystical path pretty much actually all my life. Like, even in the church, I was already like devoting my life to the unseen world, and I've been healing myself. I only still know that much maybe about the subconscious mind. It will always remain a mystery, but I know of ways to get into it. So like, I know how to hack into it. I know to get in through the back door. I know, and I can see the energy, I can feel it, and I can unblock it. So I can do lots of corrections. And then I have studied the conscious mind, of course, to the nth degree as well. I've written books about it, I write articles. So I know how the conscious mind can trick us. It's actually called the great trickster. It's always tricking us. It's always telling us lies. So the conscious mind likes to tell us lies. It'll say things like, oh, don't try that because you'll never be any good at that, and so on. And that's how the conscious mind works, right? The conscious mind likes to think it's in charge of our lives, but it absolutely isn't. We have to take charge of the conscious mind. So the conscious mind is where our thinking happens, and the unconscious mind is where the immune system is, and it works on feelings emotions, pictures, memories, and it's like incredibly intelligent. It's like infinitely intelligent. But the crunch time is we need to learn how to connect with it in the right way. And all we've ever learned pretty much is to bulldoze it, right? And that's not going to work. So this session is a little bit about helping you to discern why you get stuck sometimes, why you don't always get the results that you want, why things sometimes maybe not, why you don't feel as lovable sometimes, or your relationships are not as satisfying. And it can all be changed because the secret is hidden in your subconscious mind, and I can help you find it. So that's what tonight is about. And go ahead and write in your journal. It's an investment for yourself. Sit under a tree, do some things like that get you out of autopilot. You know, like for instance, if I said to you, fold your arms, and I'm just trying to show you, so you fold your arms, right? And then you can do it now if you like. And then I'll say, fold your arms the other way. Then you really have to think about it, don't you? So we literally have like a little program for everything. We have a little program how we tie up our shoelaces, how we dress ourselves, how we get out of bed, how we hop in the car. Everything is literally run on a little program. And that includes the big things in life as well, right? And so if you want to change your fate, like I said before, you have to start tuning into the unconscious mind, and that's where I can help you. And so I hope you really enjoy this, and just start to become really, really more aware of yourself with a sense of appreciation. Your body likes that, your unconscious mind likes to feel appreciated, and then it's going to talk to you because it needs to have that level of trust as well, that you're going to trust it, because your unconscious mind is very, very honest. So that also means that you have to get honest with yourself at least. It doesn't matter in your other relationships, well, it does too, but your primary relationship is with yourself always. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. And if you have any questions or things have come up for you, reach out to me and I'm here to help you. So I hope you have a really great week, and I hope to see you again next week, next Monday. Bye. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Bye.